What is popping, everybody? My name is Ethan, and welcome back to the Retro Fashion Tarot channel. We're back for the second and final video today to start this loop here on the channel. This one in particular being on Taurus, who in the Greek mythos roughly equates to Apollo, the god of the sun, healing, archery, poetry, prophecy, music, probably a couple of other things I can't name off the top of my head. He is, as I've said many times before in these previous readings, a very multi-talented god. But don't mistake him for the jack of all trades. That honor belongs to Hermes, and he might just be a little bit peeved if that honor was ever taken away from him. I also do apologize for my slightly brief hiatus there. I had a busy couple of days, so had to take everybody off, but we're back, Taurus. So without much further ado, and look, there's Apollo's sister, Artemis, twin sister, mind you. Let's go ahead and get straight on into this. So starting us off, Taurus, we have the Flight of Icarus. An interesting starting card, to say the least. The Flight of Icarus. So I'm sure you all are familiar with the boy who flew too close to the sun. That story. Well, that was Icarus. He was the guy who originated that legend. It spread throughout the world. May not have been, the same story throughout the years, but the basic premise is the same. So this is you, Taurus, trying to do too much. You're trying to take on too many things at once. You're trying to, do this, do that, do this, do that. You're trying to do everything you possibly can, and you're pushing yourself too far. Your limits are stretched. You are stretched thin. You can't keep doing this, Taurus. Bottom line. So why? What are you doing and why, Taurus? Closest acquaintance? Achilles' heel. Ooh, interesting. So this could go one of two ways, Taurus. Either one, this friend of yours has seen that you are doing too much. They've seen that you're, oh, excuse me again. They've seen that you're, trying to push yourself too hard, you're doing too much stuff, everything like that. They've seen that you're weakening, and they would only take one good push in the right direction to knock you over, but, they're willing to help. Or another way this could go is this is one of the things that you are taking care of because your friend has stumbled a little bit. They've, lost their balance. They're, not doing so hot. That sort of deal, Taurus. It could go either way. So where's your head at? Ooh, the Sibyl's Prophecy. Okay. So you're putting your keen mind to the task, Taurus. I would say you're probably among the smarter of the signs. You're probably, among the smarter of them. So doing this is not that difficult for you under ordinary circumstances, Taurus. But in this case, just because you're doing so much, I can see why this might be a challenge for you. You're trying to plan for all these things happening around you, taking care of your friend, which I think this is, by the way. This is you taking care of your friend, just one of the many things you're doing. And taking care of your friends, doing general life, going to work, balancing your relationship life if you have one. You've got a lot on your shoulders, Taurus. You need a break. Big time. What's around you? Prometheus's gift. Wow. How many sacrifices are you making, Taurus, in the name of friendship and love and everything like that? How many sacrifices are you making? Because that's what this card is. This is the sacrifice card. Of all things, Prometheus's gift is a card of sacrifice. It's a card of giving up, something precious to you. It's a card of, putting yourself forward before anybody else. It's a sacrifice card, Taurus. And you're putting in everything you've got into whatever you're doing here, Taurus, and it's destroying you inside and out. You need to stop, Taurus. Take time to breathe. Take time to think before it's too late. What do you want? The Hydra's challenge. Okay. You want the solution to all these problems. That's what this is. This is the problem card, Taurus. Like, bottom line, this is the problem card. The Hydra is, a dragon where you cut off one head, two more take its place. That sort of deal. So, you want to be able to chop it off at the root. You want to be able to stifle all these problems in one go, Taurus. Question is, how are you going to do it? How are you going to kill all these problems dead? How are you going to manage this? How are you going to pull this one off, Taurus? I'd love to see your genius come in here. But first, a word from your friend. Not our sponsor, because we're not sponsored. Don't worry. Who's advising you? The Garden of Asperities. Ooh, man. Okay, Taurus. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So here's the thing, Taurus. You're putting in all this effort, sacrificing all this stuff, putting all this time into different projects, this, that, this, that. You have spent next to no time taking care of yourself. And what I mean by that, Taurus, is you have spent next to no time trying to balance your personal life with your work life. You need a little love in your life. You need a lover. That's what this friend of yours is telling you. You need a lover, Taurus, to balance you out, to make sure you don't overwork yourself, because right now, you're burning out. You need somebody to just take you by the arm and say, hey, stop. You're going too far. You need to stop before it gets worse. Let's see then. What's your dilemma? The Ambrosia of Olympus. Ah, okay, Taurus. That's an interesting card. See, I feel like you're better in social situations than you believe you are. And what I mean by that is your dilemma here is that you believe that you're not doing well in big social situations. You don't do well at parties, you don't do well at big gatherings, you don't do well in crowds, essentially, Taurus. That's what you believe anyway. The reality is, when you are in a crowd, you're the star of the show. You Tauruses are natural extroverts. Your patron god is literally the god of the sun. His godly form shines so brightly, hardly anybody can look at him. And his previous, the guy who previously held the title of the god of the sun was actually the titan of the sun, Helios, and nobody could even dare look at his direction before he shined that brightly. So, you're more of an extrovert than you think, Taurus. Just put those skills to the test. Okay then. Who has the power? Sorry about the darkness, by the way, from before. Jason's Golden Fleece. It's in your hands, Taurus. It is in your hands. You alone have the power to find yourself some love. You alone have the power to bring home somebody nice. And, you alone have the power to find this love. So, seize the day, Taurus. Carpe diem, if you will. What's holding you back? The Sphinx's riddle. Ah, so there's your true fear then. You're not an introvert, Taurus. You're not afraid of crowds. Not really. It's just a perceived fear to hide the real one. You're afraid of the unknown. A very reasonable fear, Taurus, I will say. Many people fear the unknown. I don't fear the unknown because I'm a little strange. Why do you think I do these readings? But yeah, you fear the unknown, Taurus. And in your own way, I can see why. The unknown is scary. It can, frighten people off a little bit. But think of it this way, Taurus. You may not know what you're getting into if you fall for somebody, but they don't know what they're getting into either. It's a two-way street, Taurus. It goes back and forth. Let's see how it does for you, shall we? What's being hidden? Ooh, the Gorgon's lair. See, there it is. There's your fear right there, Taurus. Right out in the open. Bingo. You're hiding your fear very well. but I don't need to, I can see it right here. This card right here is the fear card, Taurus. You are deathly terrified of the unknown. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, again, I understand where you're coming from there, Taurus, but relax. Relax, chill. You got this. This is not rocket science, Taurus. All right. Can you succeed? The siren song. Ah, yep. It's a double-edged sword, or so you think, falling in love. The siren song. Yeah. I can understand why. You know you can do it, Toys. You absolutely can, fall in love, find yourself a nice person to go home with, spend the night, get to know them, that sort of deal. But you think it's a double-edged sword because of the unknown, the fear, the, mistrust that you just generally have of people in general. Understand where you're coming from there, Taurus. Even humanity's hard to find these days. Just have a little, and this'll work out for you, though. Alright, now, what happens in the end? Survey says... Narcissist's reflection. Normally, I would say this is not the best of cards, but in this case, Taurus, this is exactly what you should be doing. Focus on yourself, Taurus. You've been making all these sacrifices, being so selfless. You've been putting in all the work. You've been putting in all the effort. You've been doing everything in your power. You've been doing your level best in terms of your work life, in terms of your friends around you. You've been doing your level best to be the person other people need you to be without even giving a single thought to who you want to be. And now you're focusing on yourself, and now the image is shifting, Taurus. What kind of person do you want to be? That's a good question for you. So when is this all happening, Taurus? Icarus's ascent. Oh, wow. So this hasn't happened yet, Taurus. Wow. This is a bit of a long one, Taurus. All of this is in the next 3 or 4 months. This is not soon, Taurus. This is where you are right now, Taurus. Icarus's ascent. You are on the way to this right now. You aren't even there yet, because this reading starts with you mid-flight. This says to me that you're not there yet, that you're just starting your ascent. Be careful, Taurus. Remember, it's not just, all about them. Sometimes a little selfishness never hurt anybody. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick recap, and I'll go ahead and end things off. I hope you guys have been enjoying the video thus far. If you have been enjoying the video thus far, please do go check me out on Twitter. Got the same name as the YouTube channel, same kind of content, and there's exclusive content on there. We very, very, very much enjoy. And if you really, really, really love the content on there, consider giving me a follow. It helps support me, it helps support the channel. So without much further ado, Taurus, folks, let's go ahead and get straight on into this. So, you, at the start of this reading, are doing too much. You're giving up too much. You're making too many sacrifices. You are stretched thin. You're taking care of this friend. You're thinking about the future. You're thinking about how to, fix all this. You've got all these problems on your shoulders. And you have not once, Taurus, given a single thought to what you want. I understand where you're coming from there, Taurus, but that's not what you should be doing. You should be doing what your friend is telling you to do. You need a lover, Taurus. You need somebody to stop you. And you're worried because, at first you think you're not an extrovert, you don't do well in parties, you don't do well when you find somebody like this. But at the same time, the real fear hiding underneath that, you are afraid of the unknown, Taurus. You fear the unknown, the randomness. Once you get over that fear, once you get over the mistrust and everything, you'll start focusing on yourself just a little bit, and it'll work out well for you. And on that cheerful note, thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and if there's any single one of my videos, I get to 1 1,000 subscribers, folks. We're also trying to get to 800 subscribers before the end of the month. So please, smash like, smash subscribe. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, folks. Have a good one.